Do Arsenal have another injury crisis? Port Vale versus Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, but surely this injury crisis should not affect this game, right? Surely Arsenal have a big enough squad to get through the third round of the League Cup. We are not Manchester United, so don't get knocked out by Port Vale. I want to see wholesale changes. Maybe some man might be able to come and play this game, but certain men need to stay at their yard for Sunday. I can't even envision Arsenal losing this game. I cannot see it. So if it happens, oh my Lord. We're going to get into this match preview. Port Vale versus the Arsenal in the Carabao Cup third round. I'm your host, Dini. Welcome back to Arsenal TV, and this video starts right here now. Yes, people, then welcome back to Arsenal TV. I am your host, Dini. I hope you are all blessed and well. I've got some news today regarding Noni Madueke ahead of our third round Carabao Cup tie versus Port Vale away at Vale Park. But before we get into that, people, make sure you subscribe to Arsenal TV. I am 18 subscribers away from 500 subscribers, people. So let's get me to the big 500. Please. Thank you very, very much. If you're new here, subscribe to Arsenal TV, smash a like on the video, and leave your comments down below in the comment section of what you think of this video. But people, Noni Madueke is set to miss 2 months of football for Arsenal after being sidelined for a knee injury that he received in the Man City game on Sunday. And is that good news for Arsenal? Absolutely not at all. I never thought I'd see the day that Noni Madueke would be getting injured and I'd be upset about it. I'm not saying we don't have the cover, but he's just been our best attacker this season out of all the attackers that have been playing. So it's just sad to see him on the sidelines with everything that came before him, before he joined the Arsenal and everything else. This has now halted his progress, which is unfortunate for Noni Madueke, but we have backup for this game, for the Newcastle game, but it's Port Vale versus Arsenal. Now, people, what do we want to see? Those are the questions. What do we want to see? Do we want to see wholesale changes? How do we want Mikel Arteta to actually attack this game? Because obviously we have to attack. Surely we're not going to see the same boring midfield that we seen on Sunday, that we saw against Bilbao, that we saw against Liverpool. Surely Arteta is allowed to express himself a bit more, because that's what he does against teams that he think he can open up against a bit more, like a Leeds that we've seen this season, like Nottingham Forest as well. Potentially we'll see the same against Port Vale. And at the same time, just because they're in League One, they're currently 19th in their league as well. Just because they're in League One, you show them the same respect. Show them the same respect by naming a strong enough team to get the job done, to be like, you know what, just because you're in League One doesn't mean I'm going to put all the kids out there. No. You don't put all the kids out in this game, because even though they are in League One, you're coming up against men, strong men that ain't going to play games. So anything could happen. And like I said, I don't want to be a Man United where we're going out to Grimsby Town or anything like that. Let's get the job done. I definitely even want to win this competition. I think minimum we should be getting to the final. Is that too much to ask, people? Let me know in the comments below. We should be getting to the final, and it starts here at Port Vale. Now, one thing I do want to talk about regarding Port Vale is Darren Moore. Now, Darren Moore, one of the only few black managers in English football alone. Happy for him that he's still in the job. That's what I will say. He was actually brilliant at West Brom, and why they sacked him, I genuinely don't know, but big up to him same way. But sorry, Darren Moore, you're just going to have to hold corn tomorrow. You're going to have to hold corn tomorrow, Darren Moore, because Arsenal need to go through. We got things to do. We got cups to win. We need to do this. We need to do this. We need to be doing this season, people, holding up trophies. That's what we need to do. And this is the first one on offer. And you want to start as you mean to go on. There's going to be wholesale changes in the team. That's exactly what we're going to see. I'm not sure who Port Vale's danger players are. There was a name in my head, but it's just gone. It's just gone, like Madueke is gone now for 2 months. Stress. But either way, the question is, how is Arteta going to attack this game? Put some creativity in the team. If I don't see no creativity in that midfield tomorrow, I'm fuming. Because there's more than enough for you to put someone in that 10 role to add some creativity to this team. Even if necessarily, I mean, let's say worst case scenario, he won't. He will not. But let's say he did start a Zubamendi, a Rice, and a Marino in that midfield. I expect that midfield to still do a job. But if you're against a team that you call lesser opposition, you should be able to express yourself just a tiny bit more. Just because you're not naturally a creative or instinctive player doesn't mean you don't have instinct to try something. Does that make sense? But anyway, before I even digress and before I even go into any more silliness, is there pressure on this game? That's what I want to ask. Because let's say 90 minutes comes tomorrow, Arsenal go out. Arsenal are out to Port Vale. How would you be feeling? How would you genuinely be feeling? Is there pressure on this game because we haven't won the League Cup in so long? And should we take this seriously? I think we will take this seriously. I think we should take this seriously. If we don't, we can only laugh at ourselves for not taking it seriously because we're not serial winners. We need to be doing this. We need to be doing this. And it starts here at Vale Park tomorrow with an 8 o'clock kickoff. Yeah, we're kicking off at 8 o'clock tomorrow. It's a late kickoff. League Cup games will be played today. Are there any big games? I don't think there are any like Premier League teams facing off against each other in the League Cup. I think everyone got lucky with their draw, or quote unquote lucky. You know what? Let's get into the predicted 11. You know, not even a predicted 11. Let me just tell you my starting 11. That's going to start. I think that should start tomorrow. Kepa in goal, White at right back, Mosquera, Hincapie, Skelly, Norgard. I'd start Marino in the 8. And then Wanyeri in the 10. I put Dalman on the right. I'd put Trossard on the left, and I put Martinelli up front. I'd give Gyökeres a rest. I put Gyökeres on the bench. I would ask Saka to be on the bench. Maybe come on at half-time to get another 45 minutes in your legs as well for Dalman. Obviously, Norgard gets playing time. You've got Zubamendi and Rice on the bench as well, just in case. But surely that team is strong enough to get the job done at Port Vale. Surely. I mean, it has to be. It has to be. This is why we had the summer transfer window that we had, so we can put out a team like that. Let me say it one more time. Skepa, White, Mosquera, Hincapie, Skelly, Norgard, Marino, Wanyeri, Dalman, Trossard, Martinelli. Surely that gets the job done with the business that we've done. And then, like I said, you give Saka 45, you give Gyökeres some playing time, you give Zubamendi. No, I more want Rice to have some playing time. He's not been the same Rice that we know. So I think he just needs some minutes in his legs and some time to be able to just express himself a bit more. In my opinion, in my humble opinion. Oh, but people, Port Vale versus Arsenal in the League Cup. Do you think we can win the League Cup? Do you think it's within Arsenal's reach to win the League Cup? Has anyone predicted Arsenal to win the League Cup this season? I haven't predicted Arsenal to win the League Cup this season because of Mikel Arteta, in my opinion. He's the reason why we may not win things this season with his lineups. But get the lineup right. Surely you can't get the lineup wrong tomorrow. Surely you cannot get the lineup wrong tomorrow. And it's a nice break from the Premier League, cup football. Let's get some good feeling back into Arsenal with a win, because right now how we're feeling about the Premier League, we know that Newcastle is the biggest game of the week on Sunday. It's the biggest game of the week for us in terms of the Premier League because we have to win. And you want to be going into Newcastle with a win. So get a win, get a good win, feel your boots if you can, get goals and look good. Look good doing it. Absolutely look good doing it. And then you may be knocking on the door for a start at Newcastle on Sunday. And that's going to be a tough game. So hopefully also we can leave this game without any injuries. We don't need any more injuries. Saka has only just come back. Odegaard will... Ooh, Odegaard. I even mentioned Odegaard. Will Odegaard get time to play? Odegaard will probably be on the bench. Odegaard might be on the bench, and then maybe we'll give him some minutes in his legs if he is actually on the bench. Come off the bench, have about 45, half an hour or so to start getting you back into fitness, because yeah, these games are coming thick and fast. But it starts again tomorrow at Vale Park, 8 o'clock. Port Vale versus the Arsenal in the Carabao Cup third round, and I am going 4-0. I'm going 4-0 to the Arsenal, because it should be easy. It should be a simple job. Get in, get out, move on. Simple. So people, make sure you subscribe to Arsenal TV. I've been your host, Dini. Smash a like on the video. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below, and we'll be back tomorrow. Love and guidance, people. Peace.